thrilled, honored, pleased to have the 26-time Emmy Award winner, Peabody Award winner, and eulogist of Muhammad Ali, Brian Gumbel, here on The Rich Eisen Show. What was it like in that room?
It was a remarkable day. It was a coming together, the likes of which I don't think I've ever seen. Ali was a man of great peace and great heart. My wife said, I feel like you've become renewed in your belief in humanity. And I said, well, it's very hard to have gone through that weekend and not come away feeling that you had seen the best of what mankind had to offer.
Jim Lampley, a tribute to Muhammad Ali.
It was the United States Boxing Writers' Dinner. I had my 8-year-old daughter with me. Late in the afternoon, I had to leave that hotel and go out and run some errands in Manhattan. And Ali kind of stuck up his hand and said, let me stay with her. And Muhammad Ali babysat my eldest daughter, taught her magic tricks, told her jokes, and they developed a bond. My 8-year-old daughter said to me, Dad, exactly who was that guy? And I said, you'll know.
Did you pay him $5.50 an hour?
I don't think he would have accepted such a low rate.
Jeff Garland back here on The Rich Eisen Show.
So many people have now seen Curb that we're way more popular than we ever were. So the idea we're coming back feels like I'm on Game of Thrones. I'm going to tell you something that you're going to love. I found out about the announcement from you. You texted me and said, this is so great. You're so on top of the news, you let the newsmakers know that they're making news.
Rich Goose Gossage joining me here on The Rich Eisen Show. Anyone ever bat flip on you?
No, you respected the game. You respected your opponent. It goes back to something that's been lost, I think, is sportsmanship. Do we really want a bunch of Cam Newtons running around and acting like Cam Newton acted after the Super Bowl is over? I don't think so. They said, Goose, the game has passed you by. I said, no, the game hasn't passed me by, Rich. The bull has.
She is a huge fan of Cleveland sports. Probably the hugest one I know, and we know a lot of them. Grandma Gloria Glassman.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
That Stephen Curry, oh my God. I only hope he swallows that mouth guard. He's an arrogant SOB. And you know what? Time I cook today, I put curry on something so I can bake him and bake him good. Draymond Green, forget him. He thinks he's Dennis Rodman, but he isn't, and he can't shoot.
Gil Garcetti, the district attorney at the time of the O.J. Simpson trial, and was part of part 3 of the 5-part ESPN Films 30 for 30 documentary, O.J. Made in America.
President Carter was coming into town. I said, Mr. President, could I meet with you about the O.J. Simpson case? And he looks at me, and it's getting like cold cocked in the stomach, unexpectedly. I said, Gil, they're coming back not guilty. Of course he did it. Everyone knows he did it. But he's not a street thug. He's not a danger to anyone else. And you and I know that many innocent black men have been convicted in this country and some executed. This is payback time.
This is what President Jimmy Carter said to you.
Jimmy Carter.
Joining me here now on The Rich Eisen Show, once again, Dr. Harry Edwards.
I don't think O.J. cared about anybody but O.J. I think that was the case then, and I think it's the case now. Once you decide that you are not going to be relevant to something as central and key as that struggle in the 1960s, where people were literally giving up their lives, their careers, and so forth, you can't all of a sudden say, and I made a contribution by just being O.J. That is absolutely not the case, and anybody who believes that is deluding themselves.
Is this still an open case, Gil? Seriously.
Excuse me for laughing, but no. O.J. Simpson's guilty of brutally murdering Ron Goldman and Nicole Brown Simpson. End. Period. Exclamation mark.
Where do you think that knife is right now?
It doesn't make any difference to me. I know he committed the crime. I don't have to go beyond that.
Best of the week!
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.